everyone, this is Archive at 12, and today we have FabvL's new song, Billy Kid, Whole Again. Billy Kid is from a new video game called Zenless Zone Zero. Now, I don't know much about this game, but I know that FabvL's been hyping this up. And from what I've seen from my phone blowing up, from him responding and retweeting things on Twitter about this, people are loving this song. So I expect this to be one of like those songs that, because I don't know the context of it, I'm going in for the music and it's gonna blow me away. I expect that to happen because FabvL, I'd say 99 times out of 100 does that. So yeah, I'm going to definitely be checking out Zenless Zone Zero based on numerous reviews, both online and from a couple of friends who've decided to start playing it. I think it came out today as of this recording, which is, what's today, the 6th? So, yeah, I don't know anything about the game. I don't know about anything about Billy Kid, except for the fact that when FabvL first teased the original artwork for this, which I think is the artwork that's on Spotify. I could be wrong about that, but like his original tease, I thought it was Cyberpunk Vegeta. Not gonna lie. So I'm curious to know exactly what this Billy Kid character is. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch this without my commentary, because I will be pausing. I will be talking about it. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay. Okay, so, like, this intro is very curious. The one thing that I'm really enjoying about this, which I can't remember what game this reminds me of, but there's a game specifically, I'm talking about the music. The music reminds me of a game. With it, I don't know what instrument or what sound is making that in the background. Like, something about that is making me think of something else. It's making me think of a specific game where I've heard a similar style of music as like part of its soundtrack. But it's not Zenless Zone Zero, because I haven't seen anything about this game. So far, this looks like, graphics-wise, this looks on par with like Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail. But it seems to have its own like feel to it, and I feel like the music is definitely helping that. We haven't gotten any of the lyrics yet. We're about to, I'm imagining, get right into FabvL's first verse, but this intro just reminds me of something, and it's gonna bug me until I can figure out what it is. But so far, it's been very good.
Yeah, spending time with the iron always feels so hazy. Headshot when I'm with my lady. Starlight, how you do that, baby? Hype beast killer, if I want it, I got it. MJ, thriller move, walk your hump butter. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm waiting for the best. To the best, I'm being never best.
I don't know what happened there.
MJ, thriller move, walk your hump butter.
Maybe the video upgraded to HD. Maybe that's what that pause was. That took me by surprise there for a second. Sorry.
I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm waiting for the best of the best. I'm being never best. Break me, break me.
Nice ass shot. Okay. Okay, so chorus was very simple. It did its job. It did its job very well. That's going to be one of those like short but sweet earworms that get like drilled into my brain. I'm going to be humming that all day tomorrow. The verse was very like fluid. I really enjoyed how much energy was behind the verse. Nothing about it really like stood out to me as of right now. Like, I guess the best way to describe it is FabvL knows exactly how to do his songs in a way that this sounds like what you'd expect from a FabvL song. Like, I'm not in no way, shape, or form am I saying it's bad, but I haven't been blown away yet. Maybe it's just because of the fact that the last couple of FabvL songs have been absolutely insane. But this one, as of right now, feels pretty tame for a FabvL track. But that could easily change. FabvL has easily switched things up on us before. So I look forward to seeing if there's going to be like a second longer chorus, and I look forward to seeing if there's going to be any kind of like additional like things like him screaming his lungs out, or if there's going to be something like that is drastically changing, like a key change or breakdown or something like that. I could see a song like this having one of those. But as of right now, like, I don't mean to make it sound like it's a bad thing, but this is just a really good FabvL track. It does not, as of right now, compare to some of the other ones that he's released in the last, like, month, 2 months or so, but it's a really good FabvL track.
Trying to take away my soul, thank God I found a home again. It's showtime, I'll let you know.
Okay. I believe that's a bass that's going on right there. That made things interesting. Something about that kicking in right here. Maybe it was in addition to combining the bass with that particular section of the lyrics and the visuals, but something about that made it seem a lot more epic than I was expecting. And I'm just rewinding because I wanna like get the feel again, because it took me by surprise.
Yeah, I'm finally whole again. They're trying to take away my soul, thank God I found a home again. It's showtime, I'll let you know. The winner night hit you is my issue, cause I list you as my time with you to time into when I miss you as a monster. Stand still, you ain't nothing but imposter. So take me off your roster, you're coming trying.
Okay, I just realized why this sounds like not as amazing as some of his other songs. And it's not his fault. It's my fault. It's because of the fact that the last time I heard him rap like this was on some of his older songs that were dealing with like Fortnite or Warframe and stuff like that. So I know he's rapped like this before or since then, especially since those are like 4 or 5 year old songs. But I've been listening to a lot of those older songs, and that's why I wasn't like immediately blown away by some of the stuff in this song. It was because of the fact that it reminds me of those older songs, which are good. They're really enjoyable, but compared to his new stuff, there is no comparison. Like, those are like a 5 compared to his new stuff, which were like 11. So I was mistakenly linking this to some of his older tracks, and that's my bad. Now that I'm listening to it with a more critical ear. Once I like rewound it, I'm listening to like the instrumental, the production value, the way he's rapping. I can definitely tell that there's a lot more intricacies in here than I was originally giving it credit for. So again, I apologize. That's my bad. Especially right when these other characters started appearing on screen, he really started getting into a specific flow that I really enjoyed.
Oh, thank God I found a home again. It's showtime, I'll let you know. So when the night hits you, it's
So right here.
I list you as my time with you till time ends you and I miss you as a monster. Stand still, you ain't nothing but imposter. So take me off your roster, you come and try and break me, break me, make me feel like finally whole again. 'Cause maybe you save me, and I'm finally whole again.
Ooh. Hang on. Who's doing that guitar? Is there anybody on this with him? Ole Androvsky. Okay. I thought that sounded familiar. Or Andrevsky, excuse me. Apparently he's borrowing Divide's guest musician. Okay. When that guitar kicked in, I'm like, that guitar sounds familiar. The style of that guitar sounds familiar. Now it's amazing what switching one's perspective can do for the enjoyment of a track. Before, I was just like, nah. I mean, it was a good chorus. It wasn't the best chorus that he's ever done. Now that I'm listening to it differently with a different mindset, I'm like, okay, you know what? It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point, but it really works. It's really doing stuff for this track. I feel like a fool, honestly, for doubting FabvL's ability to do something like this, because this is, the more I'm listening to it, the more I'm finding this to be more and more like intricate than I was expecting. And so, yeah, for that, FabvL, I apologize. I apologize for downplaying your musical prowess, because that was not my intention. I was not in the right mindset for listening to this initially, since I was listening to your older tracks, and that's my bad. Your Fortnite tracks are some of my favorite ones to listen to, and so this just reminded me of that a little too much initially. Now I can feel better about listening to this as a newer track, as a fresh FabvL original, and it's really good. Also, I really like this character. I really like Billy Kid. Like, this character has a lot of personality for a character that seems like a robot. I don't know if he's a robot or just a guy in a mask, but, like, he has a lot of personality for a character that you can't really see his face. He's a lot of exaggerated movements, little movements with the eyes. Like, this is a character that I could easily see myself truly enjoying. You know what this character also reminds me of? It's like, it reminds me of, I forget what the character's name is from BlazBlue. The one with, like, the transforming gun sight that Ruby really likes in BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle. But, he reminds me of that fused with a robot, fused with Vegeta, because of the hair. Like, that's what I'm getting from this guy's visuals.
Break me, make me feel like finally whole again. 'Cause maybe you save me, and I'm finally whole again. Feel like I'm finally whole, feel like I'm finally whole again. Feel like I'm finally whole, feel like I'm finally feel like I'm finally whole, feel like I'm finally.
The one thing that I will say is that I really enjoy the fact that this song reminds me so much of his older songs. This is like a return to form for FabvL, in my opinion, where it's definitely focused a lot on his older style, but revamped for the new age. And I truly, genuinely, honestly love that, because, like I said, some of his older stuff, it may not, like, overall encompassing everything in the music. It may not necessarily be his grandiose stuff. It may not be his best stuff, his 10 out of 10, his 11 out of 10. But it's what put him on the map. And it's some of the best stuff that you can listen to, especially if you're just, like, vibing. So I really enjoyed this, because that was from a time when he wasn't doing those, like, screaming vocals. I think the first time he did those screaming vocals may have been either God with on Divide's track, or shortly before that. But, like, some of his Fortnite stuff and all those other things that, like, this reminds me of, they don't have any of his screaming vocals. It's literally just him rapping. And he does a good job of that. He does a fantastic job of that. He is easily one of the best nerdcore rappers out there, even though he doesn't necessarily consider himself a rapper. And this is just, it feels like a good return to form for that. And I love that. I love that so much. So yeah, I definitely feel like a fool for not really looking at it as a new song, looking at it more as a link to the old songs. And I will be listening to this again and again with a new mindset, I guess. A mindset that I should have had when I went into this song. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for joining me. I am Markov12, and I will see you in the next video.